If you're thinking about getting a Whoop strap, don't. At least not until you hear this. And if you're on the fence, like I was for a very long time, you'll have the information you need to make a decision to know if it's right for you. I have 2 pros and 2 cons. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my recommendation if that's all you're here for. I do recommend that you get a Whoop strap, but only to wear for a short period of time. I wore it for a year. I'm not wearing it anymore. I have no plans to wear it again in the future, but I still recommend it. So here's the first pro: awareness. It can help you bring awareness to how your lifestyle decisions are impacting you. And for me, the number one thing was alcohol. My Whoop strap taught me that alcohol was trying to ruin my life. Like, no cap. I know that sounds like a big exaggeration, but it was. I'll explain. So in the Whoop app, there is a way that you can journal all your different habits. And so for me, I was tracking alcohol, a magnesium supplement, if I read in bed, and caffeine intake initially. I ended up changing it over the course of the year, but those were the 4 things that I was tracking. So every morning after it detected that I was no longer asleep, I could log if I did those things on the previous day. And so you could compare your journal to your recovery score, because every day the Whoop gives you a recovery score. So what I noticed was that every time I had alcohol, my recovery score was lower. And you know how last year, like, if your algorithm is anything like mine, last year there was content all over of people giving up alcohol, like not drinking anymore. There's no health benefits to alcohol, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I reject this. People drink alcohol in all these cultures, like in blue zones where people live for a long time. Like, alcohol is a part of being social. I just was not going for it. I was like, what about the resveratrol in red wine? Like, okay, I didn't want to believe the hype. But after you log your habits 4 times, I think it's 4 times, after you log it a few times, the app will start to show you the correlation. Every time I drank alcohol, my recovery score would be so low. And I mean, typically for me, on a day that I drank alcohol, everything else would be the same. Like, I still drink just as much water. Like, I drink a gallon of water a day. I still drink just as much water. I sleep really well. So the night before, like, I still slept, you know, if I drink alcohol, I still sleep 8 hours. Like, it does not matter for me. Like, pretty much things stay constant in my life. Like, I've been very consistent in a lot of my lifestyle practices for like over 15 years. So things stay the same. But this recovery score after alcohol, you guys, it was so bad. What really got me was that I noticed not only was my recovery score lower after having alcohol, like the very next day, but it would be lower for 2 to 3 days. And so I started to realize I was having really bad workouts, like around the time that I was having alcohol. Previously, I would have chalked it up to like not having carbs that day, or maybe being a little bit behind on water consumption, or like not having, if I don't have my typical breakfast, or like forgetting to take a vitamin. Like, normally if I had a bad workout, or if I was like unusually tired, I would try to draw a conclusion between like something else I had done and feeling that way, which is valid. But what I started to piece together was I was having bad workouts for 2 to 3 days after having alcohol. And I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I would, like, on a Sunday, you know, go to brunch, have a little brunch cocktail, maybe a couple glasses of champagne. If there was a daytime activity on Sunday, like let's say me and my friends go to the polo club or something, some champagne while we're watching the guys on the horses, and then maybe a dirty martini that night. Now that I describe it, it sounds like a lot in one day, but this is not something that I was doing often. This was like maybe like once a month, this much alcohol, at most like twice a month. So I realized it was really, really impacting my recovery and my workouts, namely. So I made some changes. Like I don't do that anymore. Like when I drink, I just drink a couple of drinks, not more than a couple. And I am a lot more thoughtful now about planning the days that I'm going to drink alcohol and planning the days after to try to not have to use a whole lot of energy in those 2 or 3 days after I drink alcohol. So, for example, I train lower body a couple times a week. If it fits into my schedule as much as possible, like if I'm going to go out on a Saturday and I know I'm going to drink alcohol on Saturday, I'm intentionally not scheduling a workout for myself on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. That's a heavy lower body day because I'm not really going to be recovered. There's more of a chance of me hurting myself or like not having the good energy to get in the good reps and see the gains. So, I mean, it's personal. That's for me, right? And so that's one reason that I think you should get a Whoop strap because you can find out what those things are for you. Like for me, taking a magnesium supplement did not really affect my sleep. And I was taking like a high quality magnesium glycinate. It didn't really affect my sleep quality. And therefore, it didn't impact my recovery score. Like my sleep score was in the green almost always, just because I just naturally sleep really well. It's a blessing. So, if you want to get awareness about how a few things are, or one thing in particular, is impacting your recovery, I definitely recommend the Whoop strap for that. And if you're a person who drinks alcohol, I really encourage you to track alcohol in your Whoop strap and see how it affects you. Okay, here's the second pro, the vibrating alarm clock. So I watched so many reviews about the Whoop strap before I finally gave in and bought myself one. No one mentioned this. It has a built-in function of an alarm clock that will wake you up silently. It's just enough vibration for you to feel it. If someone else is in bed with you, your husband's there, there's a kid there, whoever, your dog, they will not feel this vibration, nor will they hear it. So I loved having my little vibrating alarm clock go off. Sometimes I don't even get out of bed. I just lay there until the alarm that has volume that wakes my husband up goes off. And then we get up together. But I'm already awake like 5 minutes earlier because my little vibration on my wrist gently woke me up and I didn't have to wake up to the blaring sound of an alarm. I just hate the blare of an alarm. And I know there's other options, right? Like we can do those sunrise alarm clocks. But then again, like that wakes up everyone in the entire room because the light wakes anybody up. But the vibration, it's private and it's just for you. And it's so nice. It almost made me renew it again. Like I almost renewed my Whoop strap just for the alarm clock, but that's literally the only thing that I would be using it for at this point. Okay, now for the cons. There's two. This one is major. This is about the danger of wearable tech in general, like whether it's a Whoop strap, an Aura ring, like whatever kind of wearable tech you're doing. Your wearable tech can make you not trust yourself because we get so invested in these pieces of technology and they gamify things for us and like we get into it, it's exciting, you can form community in that way, you can set goals and set goals within yourself to beat yourself, like however you're motivated, they can be very motivating. However, they can make us stop listening to our bodies. Like what happens if you wake up and like your recovery score is low but you think you feel really good? Like what are you going to do? Like you had plans to be really active that day, are you just not going to do your plans because your recovery score is low? Like let me tell you a story. So one Sunday, I had to get up and take someone to the airport like really, really early in the morning. And I knew that I was going to do that. And so my sleep was interrupted. Like I very intentionally slept like 3 or 4 hours, got up, took someone to the airport, slept another 3 or 4 hours. So like I got maybe 7 hours of sleep total, but it was interrupted. When I woke up, my recovery score was very low. Like it was one of those rare instances where my sleep score was in the yellow and my overall recovery score was in the red. And I was like, oh man, like it's Sunday. I have the day for myself. In my planner, I had planned to have my best workout of the week and a session of cardio. Like I usually train 4 days a week and do cardio, like one good 45-minute cardio session once a week. And this was the day that I had blocked out time to do that. And I knew that if I didn't do this that day, it wasn't going to happen this week. And like the mental gymnastics that I went through of like, oh, is my recovery really that low? Like, oh, maybe I need to rest. Maybe I shouldn't go to the gym. Like, I don't want to hurt myself. Oh, let me think about how I really feel. And that's kind of nuts. Like, I know, but this is what we do. Like, it's very human, right? So you can't put all your trust in your whoop strap. That's what I'm saying. And I was like, nope, I feel good. I'm going to the gym. The whole reason most of us get wearable tech is because we want to learn more about our bodies so that we can optimize our health, right? And that's great. But we cannot put so much faith in our wearable tech that we lose faith in our own intuition. That is not aligned. Being in tune with your body is priceless. And a Whoop One membership is over $200 a year. Okay, here's the second con, and this one might be a little less serious, but it's important to me. The Whoop strap is not cute. It is not aesthetic. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what band you buy. It's not cute. Okay. And so there's just some settings where I wouldn't wear it. And like, I don't know that there's really an answer to this. Like, there's not really a wearable tech that truly blends in with regular jewelry and stuff. And yes, Whoop has like you can buy these Whoop underwear, and it there's like a little hole where the little Whoop device goes in there. But like, really, who has time for that? Are you really gonna buy $40 a whole bunch of pairs of $40 underwear? Like, no, you're not. And if you're going to something formal, maybe those underwear don't fit perfectly under that dress, like it might not look right. So that's not even an option. So there were some settings where I just like didn't wear it because I couldn't make it go with my outfit. Like, luckily, my 9 to 5, the field that I'm in, lots of people wear smart watches and like different types of health tracking devices. So it's totally normal, like in a professional setting, to wear something like that. But when I was dressed up cute, like I did not want to wear that thing. And the first time that I took it off, I was so disappointed. It had been like a month that I was wearing it, and I already had a tan line on my wrist. And I've stopped wearing it like 2 weeks ago, and I still have a tan line that I'm waiting for it to fade. And so that is one reason that I don't recommend this thing, because it's just not aesthetic. There, that's all I have to say about it. You can't make it cute. Okay, so ultimately, I do recommend the Whoop strap. As I mentioned, I feel like it did change my life with alcohol, like no exaggeration. So I think it's really great for bringing awareness to things, but it has its limits, like do it for 6 months, do it for a year, like track a few things and see. Like, one of the things that I tracked also was caffeine. And surprisingly, although like I've always been really diligent about stopping caffeine a good 10 hours before I go to bed, but caffeine positively impacted my recovery by like 4%. So that's kind of negligible. Good information to know. But we don't want these devices to take away our autonomy of how we feel about ourselves and like how we think about our own recovery. And being in tune with your body is so important. So if there's, yes, it can help you, but there can also be harm. So just proceed with caution. But I would definitely do it again if I hadn't done it before, but I don't feel any need to do it again. And I'm trying to get rid of this tan line. For the most part, I did feel like the Whoop strap was accurate. Like, although it had its days, I usually felt like if my recovery score was 80%, I usually felt really good that day. And if my recovery score was lower, like when I was sick, it definitely reflected in my recovery score. So wearable tech can be amazing for awareness, but awareness should lead to alignment, not obsession. And if you're looking for more alignment in your wellness, go watch my video on how to stop chasing wellness.